It's super important. I see it very often. You know, someone goes in, they build this business, and let me rephrase. They don't build a business; they build a job, right? And I'm sure you've heard that before.
Oh yeah.
And it's really
I've
really
done
true.
that
So
before,
have I.
for fuck's
That's
sake.
how I fucking know it really well.
it.
It's covered heavily in the first
It
book.
is.
Right, but you go and you build this job where the business's success and daily operation requires your daily input. You're in there every single day pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, making the calls, sending the emails, writing the invoices, sending the QuickBooks, like you said. But one of the things that we need to understand is, yes, all of those are necessary for a business to operate and stay alive. However, you're not the best person to do every one of those roles. So one of the processes that I help a lot of clients with is figuring out, hey, what of these main verticals in the company? So you've got marketing, you got sales, you got operations, you've got legal, you've got HR, all that shit, right? Those are all the main verticals if you look at an org chart. Of these pieces here, which ones are you doing? And most people, if you put an org chart together, they'd have their initials and name on every one of those big motherfucking buckets, right? Which of these do you
They got a big hat rack.
Oh, yeah.
Changing those hats over and over.
Which
and
of these do you like doing? Which of these brings joy into your life? Which of these you can sit down and before long 8 hours is gone and you don't even realize that 8 hours passed? Like, we got to get you dialed into those only, right? But in order to do that, we've got to delegate the other shit off of your plate first. Okay, well, how do we do that, Tom? That's the biggest question.
Yeah.
Right. And this is not something I created. I stole it, and I'm going to give them credit here too. It's a company called Trainual. They have an online process. Basically, it's an onboarding software. So you hire somebody to team, and it's onboarding, and you can build out your processes in there. They have a saying that is, do it, document, delegate.
Okay.
And I fucking love it. And I've lived it, and I've actually implemented this into several companies, and the shit works.
Do it, document it, delegate.
You have to do it, right? Which gives you, you don't have to be the best at it.
But at least you know how it gets done.
You know how it gets done.
And what's hard about it?
You're not an idiot, right?
Yeah.
And the cool thing is when you get to the delegation portion of it.
You got credibility, right?
Credibility, but you also know, hey, I just hired this person to come in, and they're trying to tell me that this is 5 hours worth of work, and I know for a fact I'm not the expert. I can get it done in 2 hours.
So you got this frame of reference that you could only have if you ran that marathon. You don't know what a fucking marathon is till you run one.
Yep.
I never have. I probably never will.
Negative, sir. I will not be out there.
Zero desire.
None.
David Goggins and Iron Cowboy are just different types of humans, man. They might be more savage than human anyways.
Yeah.
But so do it.
Yep. Document it.
Document it. The documenting is like, okay, I did it. It took me this long.
Yeah.
It's this hard, and I think it's worth this amount of money.
Everyone fucks up the documentation. They overcomplicate the shit out of it.
Okay.
It's like, I got to sit there and write SOPs. Like, well, yeah, at some point we'll get there, but at first, no. Right? At first, it's as simple as you opening up an iNote and typing out some bullet points. Step 1, I fucking do this. Step 2, I do this. Step 3 and step 5, this is how we wrap it up. That's it. Right? Or there's a really awesome tool. It's a free tool called loom.com. Right? There's a paid version of it too. It is a screen recorder. Most of the things we're doing in this day and age in business is you're behind your computer doing something. I'm creating an invoice. This is how we update the CRM. This is how we fill out this update form. This is how we send the client the this, that, the other thing. Most of it's on a fucking computer. Record your screen. Record your voice as you speaking over, hey, this is step 1. This is how we do it. And now you've got I open a Google Doc or a spreadsheet. And here's a link to video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4. So now you've documented everything.
You got a whole manual.
You got a whole manual.
That's
you
badass.
didn't type a fucking word.
Man.
So that's what I'm saying. People overcomplicate the shit out of it because they think they got to go in and write this fucking owner's manual, this SOP manual like it's 1986.
It's got to be like spiral bound, like the Jerry Maguire vision statement. You got to be at Kinko's at 3 a.m. getting it printed. So if you've got 4 visionaries for every 1 integrator, true integrator, who's got the personality for it, the skills for it, and like the acumen or the demeanor for it.
Yeah.
It would seem to me that the integrator would be super fucking valuable, if not more valuable than the visionary.
Yeah.
To where, do a lot of people think like, I don't know, this question's a weird question to ask. Do a lot of people think like I can't be an entrepreneur if I'm not a visionary? Like I'm an integrator, I'm really good at systems and processes, I can see the thing front to back, top to bottom, but I don't have a big eye for the future. Or if you have that entrepreneurial fire, you've got the same, like you're an integrator.
Yeah.
That's your jam, which is way fucking more valuable. Like, to me, vision is overrated because so many people get like, we got to scale, bro, 10x right now. And they can't even get to 2x because by the time they get like 6 months in, they're so fucking tired, wore out, their wife hates them, whatever. And they're just like, oh my God, what did I get into? And I hate this. I hate myself because I can't deliver the deliverables because I'm strong on the front end but not on the back end. Are there people that the value of it, of getting together with an integrator or being an integrator seems, I mean, just the simple laws of supply and demand would say that if you're an integrator, man, you can kind of call your shot.
Yeah, that's the entire reason that, you know, my business is in place, and I'm grateful that it was delayed. Right? I told you I came down here to Texas to start the company. 30 days or so later, I get recruited into an organization, and I spend 20 months there helping them build their stuff and making it better. Right? In that time period, I learned, hey, what's the biggest need of all the entrepreneurs who were in this organization who were serving? And it kept falling right back to the integrator.
It has to
need integrator. How do I find an integrator? What are the systems and processes that need to be inserted, installed, created in my business in order to free up some of my time? And I don't care what the business is. There's a couple of them that are just copy and paste for any company that you're in.
Sure.
Right. How do we go and that now serve this client at a very high level and help them overcome some of these boundaries and hurdles? And that's what we're doing with it, right? So it's come in. We're gonna have a 2-day on-site audit with you. We're gonna tear into your business. The analogy is like you got an onion. You start peeling back the different layers of the onion until we get to the core. We're gonna dive in and peel this fucker apart until you hate me.
Are you then able to help connect them with the personnel who can handle the integrating tasks that you are super familiar with? They might even not know like the degree to which they need integration help until you're like, bro, this thing could 10x if you would just hire this and this and this type of person.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of that. I'm not going out and finding an integrator for them. It is a service I'm considering in the future, but I need a real team behind me to do that properly at the level that I want.
It seems like it would be so hard to do.
It is.
It has to be.
Because you're dealing with different personalities and different human beings. Every visionary, every person has a different personality. You know, I have to go find the polar opposite of this person, and they have to like each other and work well together.